everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about charcoal pencils and the differences between charcoal pencils and graphite pencils. If you want to learn about my realistic drawing tutorials and other tutorials, please look at the comment section because I shared my website information there. So here in this video I have a 2B graphite pencil right here on the left, and I have 3 charcoal pencils. You can see here soft, hard, and medium charcoal pencils. So it's very difficult to sharpen these because they can break really easily, so be careful about sharpening them. As you can see, this is how much I could sharpen, but if you can do more, definitely do it. Electrical ones, mechanical ones are much better in that sense for pencil sharpener. Now I'm gonna zoom in so you can actually see better the differences between the soft, hard, and medium charcoal pencils. What are the differences? So, and the word speaks for itself. S, let's put S for soft. Soft is soft on paper. You can easily actually glide your pencil on the paper, and it's pretty dark, as you can see, to the fine point. When you look at the medium one, you will see that it is a mid-tone. It's still easy to put on the paper. Your pencil and paper works well in this one, but the hard one is a little bit more difficult to put on the paper, and the glide is a little bit less than the medium and soft one, and the shade is actually, as you can see, is lighter. So I have this ear stump, and I'm gonna just do some blending so you can see the differences when we blend, what happens, because we usually use charcoal pencil in terms of realistic portraits. We use them with blending a lot. As you can see, there are lots of dust, like the charcoal dust that I have. Just please don't smear it in order to like get rid of it. Basically, that's a big mistake that people do when they're drawing. These dusts get like smeared all around the beautiful picture. Just blow it away like this. I'm gonna just do it now for you. They're all gone. So these are the differences between the soft, medium, and hard. Right now I also want to show you the differences between the graphite pencil and charcoal pencils. This first one will be about how it looks on the paper, how it lays out on the paper for you in terms of the differences. And on the top I'm gonna do the graphite pencil, and at the bottom I'm gonna actually show you the charcoal pencils, how they look on paper. Again, I want to remind you I have the 2B graphite pencil. Now I'm kind of putting on the paper, that's so you can see it's easily drawn on the paper. You can see the texture of the paper, but it's not as obvious. It blends in so easily. So nice to actually draw with 2B pencil. I love 2B. And now I have medium. Yes, I'm gonna use medium charcoal pencil right here, because I think medium charcoal in terms of toning, it's closer to 2B graphite. As you can see, it's much darker. It leaves more lines. You can see the lines more clearly, and the texture of the tooth of the paper kind of shows itself more, as you can see here, in comparison to graphite one. That's the charcoal one. So this is how it lays out on the paper, how it looks when you actually just draw, but then, or fill in basically. But also, what do we do is blending with these papers. With these pencils, we do a lot of blending, especially in the hair part or clothing part or the face, most importantly. Let's see what happens when we actually blend in the graphite pencil and the charcoal ones. So this is the graphite pencil. I put it on the top, and I'm going to show you now how I blend in. In order to blend, there are many techniques that I'm going to show you in another video, but right now what I'm going to do is a piece of tissue. It could be paper towel, it can be toilet paper. I know these days they're pretty valuable, but so here for this specific video I'm going to choose a paper towel. I'm just basically rolling it, as you can see, like to my finger, and I am basically blending it. It blends in very well. I love graphite pencils blending. Looks perfect. Now let's do the same thing for charcoal pencil. I'm putting it down and I'm gonna blend in so well, and we will be able to see the difference, and I wonder what you think in the end. Blending in with the same method. Don't throw it away. You can reuse the same tissue paper for maybe like a single painting, single drawing, if not for two. Yep. As you can see, it blended, but not super blended in. It depends on the pressure you put on the paper as well. Don't put too much pressure, especially with charcoal pencil, because it's hard to erase it, and as you can see, when you blend in, you can still see the lines if you put too much pressure on it. Whereas in graphite one, you see less pencil strokes. This blended in very well. As you can see, it's much darker for darker surfaces. So the other question is, how do they look when we erase them? So let's do the erasing part now. I want to show you what happens when we try to erase them. I'm putting this 2B graphite pencil right here, and then I'm gonna erase in a shape of line. It's just like I'm gonna take my eraser after I put in my charcoal. So I'm using medium charcoal here, but you know, as it gets darker, it's more, I would say, dusty, and it gets more difficult to erase. So you have to be also knowledgeable about this. This is my pencil, eraser pencil, or pencil eraser, whatever. It's very useful. Please buy it because I also will share the link below where I got it from. They have a better one now, so I'm gonna put probably the most updated one, because the sharper your point is, the better result we get from our portraits. As you can see now, I kind of erased a line there. It looks pretty good, and I'm gonna use my kneaded eraser now to show you. You can use any eraser really, but kneaded eraser is also a must. I'm gonna include that link as well. I mean, if you're on a budget, don't buy it. Any eraser will work really, but to be honest, if you want to get the best result from your drawing, a kneaded eraser is also a must, as much as the eraser pencil. This is my kneaded eraser. It's very good at picking especially charcoal, but here I'm using on the graphite. As you can see, it erased pretty well. Now let's try the same thing on our charcoal. Let's see what happens. So I'm trying to erase a line here. It's a little bit showing, right? Like from below, like you can still see the pencil strokes. And the same thing with my kneaded eraser. It's showing what's below. The layer is still there, whereas in graphite, you don't. It's much. The eraser did a much better job. So this shows us that we have to be really careful about our charcoal drawings when it comes to erasing them. But if we had maybe blended it and then tried to erase, we could have much better result with charcoal one. So this one was erasing one, and finally I want to show you the shine. What is shine? So believe it or not, your pencils shine. So I'm gonna show you first the graphite again pencil first. I picked the darker one. I think I got 8B or 9B here. let me see, yes, 9B, and because I want to show you the darkest shade of it, and it's closer to our charcoal color here, so you can actually compare better. It's actually very fun to draw this. I'm really having a lot of fun putting this charcoal on the paper right now. And here we go. I'm gonna use our soft charcoal pencil here. You can see even the darkest graphite I used here, still charcoal is much darker, much more black. But then now you're gonna understand the reason why in realistic portraits we use more charcoal than graphite, because they shine, and the shine takes away from its realistic look. Okay, it's ready. Let's see. So when you look at the graphite one, you see the shine. Let me show you better. When you actually bend it over from whatever angle you're looking from, you see this shine. Whoop, there you go. There you go. Which takes away from the realistic effect. But here in charcoal, you don't see that. It's not shining. It's the same from every angle. That's why we try to use both graphite and charcoal pencil in our realistic portrait drawings. I wanted to also talk to you about the white pencil and the eraser effect in highlighting. So I have my charcoal pencil here blended. Now I'm making a line with my eraser. As you can see, it looks much better than not blended in. And now I am drawing another one, erasing another one. And I'm gonna get my white charcoal pencil. The link is in my comment section in this video, and I'm filling in one of those erase lines with my white charcoal pencil. You can see the difference. You can see that highlight looks much more popping out, and in your realistic drawings, putting the highlights in with white charcoal pencil is a great way to do it.